Welcome back to the channel, guys. In the last video, you saw that we bought this Honda Acti K truck and we're turning it into a Kaido racer. These right now are arguably one of the best cars that you can get and export out of Japan because they are crazy cheap. This particular one is four-wheel drive, real time. I'm really excited. It's actually my first Honda I think I've bought, which is a little weird to think about. But anyways, Kaido racer spec. We're turning this thing into exactly what we've seen at like the Osaka Auto Messy, and I'm really excited. And the first big mod to change the whole look of this car is a wheel and tire combo. And I'm pretty stoked. We got these off Yahoo Auctions. You guys know I like a good deal. So we got ourselves some nice looking wheels. We got some tires and we're gonna throw them on. I think when the aero kit gets here, probably tomorrow, we're gonna have to measure and work out how much spaces we're gonna need. But that's gonna make this thing kind of fitment wise perfect. But the aero kit, she's pretty thick. So that's gonna be fun. But we're gonna open these in a little bit and get them mounted on the car. First, we know that this K truck was a workhorse, so we need to go and clean that interior up. Let me show you. Like I said, this thing was a workhorse. The interior, look at the sun visors and stuff. This thing needs a good clean. So we're gonna be, oh my gosh. You gotta understand, I think like every tradesman, if you have a work truck or a work van or anything like that, they get filthy, especially ones that definitely see work every single day. So having some interior cleaner, we're using some Maguire's product here, and we're hitting everything. This could be a little bit of mold, I'm not sure. I probably should wear a mask. Look at the difference here. We're just spraying this interior cleaner everywhere, drowning everything. Here we go, sun visor check. Oh my gosh. Look at that difference. And we can still hit that a couple more times, and I can agitate it with a brush. All the door cards are the same thing. I think the dash is gonna be the same, the horn. Mint looks amazing. So we're gonna keep cleaning. Get this thing looking good. Let this soak in, agitate it a bit. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, May's filming. What do you think about this car, May?
I honestly want one.
You want one? These things are cool, right?
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
It's kind of nice. It's like your size, it's perfect.
Yeah, and then I could put groceries on top.
Yep. You know what I love about this thing? Is that I feel like your field of view is like on Call of Duty turned up to 120.
Yeah.
Like you can see everything.
True,
like you can turn around, you can see where the rear of the car is and where it's going really easy. You know? It's kind of nice. Anyways, back to clean. And get this interior looking spruced up, you know? I can't wait to do the seats with the cleaner, the carpet cleaner we have.
Oh,
I think that's gonna be quite good. Oh wow, it just keeps coming off. There's a chance maybe the previous people like smoked in here. I don't know, like that stuff sticks to everything. But K-trucks are workhorses in Japan, so when you buy one of these, you have to expect that they were used a lot. And they are definitely good. Like my K-van is now at like 260,000 kilometers. I've driven that thing all over Japan. I've filled that thing up with drift tires and it still just keeps going. I've changed one turbo on it because I blew the turbo once. That's normal. These things like K-car turbos, they just run really hot. So eventually they do need replacing. Look at all the dirt coming off.
I'm really liking that steering wheel though.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Gives you like a classic vibe.
Right?
I like it. It also says real-time four-wheel drive here.
What does a real-time forward drive mean?
I think it just means it's four-wheel drive on all the time, or whenever you need the four-wheel drive, it turns on or something. I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments can help with that actually. But you know, I went from my first four-wheel drive was Escalade, a jacked-up Tahoe Escalade, and came back to Japan, and first thing I did was get myself something just as good. How much do you think's enough?
Oh, you gotta wet it. What? I said you gotta wet it to clean. What? Is it clean? Is the tip shiny?
Stop.
A few moments later.
I'm definitely gonna end up pulling the seats out and trying to deep clean this more. I think I also wanna like bed liner the floor and everything under the seats and stuff. I think that'll just make this thing look even better. I'm kinda out of interior cleaner, so I'm gonna have to get some more. Maybe I'll actually get the foam kind and we'll agitate it with the brushes and stuff. That'll have to be probably another video. We'll do a deep clean, like ASMR video maybe. Is that something you guys want to watch? Now that the interior is a lot better, let's make sure we get it smelling better. So we got one of these B Ford air fresheners here. Put this up in the rear vision mirror. And speaking of B Ford, as you guys know, we've partnered with B Ford for this K-Truck build on the channel. If you need any cars exported out of Japan, definitely hit up B Ford, link in the description. For those of you wondering, the bed is exactly pretty much 2.2 meters long by 1.31 meters wide. That's not bad. Oh, deep. It's like 31, 32 centimeters. If you're waiting for me to tell you what it is in inches, well, too bad. Trump just signed an executive order and made America metric. The only other measuring unit that I can give you is it's about 1 SAM long by 3 SAMs wide. In the last video, we put this thing on the lift and I found a bunch of stuff that we needed to address. General maintenance stuff that is understandable for a car that's 28 years old. These are workhorses, they see a lot of work, they see a lot of driving, and being that it's a K engine, once again, they run hotter temperatures than what a normal kind of engine and car would. It's, I guess, probably because they're bike engines, I'm not entirely sure. But that aside, we found that online you can buy full timing service kits for these and they're very affordable. They're even listed on eBay USA because I guess so many people have these in the US now that you can buy them locally in the US. Full timing kits that come with the timing belt, the valve cover gasket, all the accessory belts, a water pump, 2 tensioners, and other tons of gaskets and everything that you need to pretty much service this thing, which is freaking awesome. It means that we can just get one quick kit, do the whole job, and there's a lot of guides online. I found a lot of YouTube channels that have covered it as well, which we'll look into when all the parts arrive and we do the work. It's definitely something you want to do. This car is 28 years old now, so those rubber belts are definitely fatigued. And even though it hasn't hit the amount of mileage or kilometers that this thing's meant to have done before you do a timing service, it's been 28 years, so we should definitely do it. So we're gonna be doing that. I've already ordered this stuff, it's on the way, but I'm just so amazed at how readily available all the parts are for this thing. One thing I find interesting is how big the tail lamps are.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It's like the truck we have, right?
I think my truck ones are either the same size. A truck that you put a whole car on the back may even actually have smaller tail lights than this, which is wild to think about. But what do you think about this thing?
I like the character.
You like the character
of
of
this
this
so different from all the other cars we have.
Right?
They're not loud and obnoxious, but it's got like a different obnoxiousness to it.
K-trucks definitely do. They just look interesting because it's a tiny miniature truck. It's like, it's literally a mini truck.
Yeah, and I got to drive it for a bit. Like, the clutch is so weird.
It's a cable clutch and it goes all the way to the back. That's why.
Yeah.
But these stickers, tell us about these. These are kind of interesting.
So,
Big Fishing Sea Hunter.
This says Nishi-Izu Todako, somewhere in Shizuoka.
I love
Sea fishing.
sea fishing. And then
Boat fishing.
boat fishing. And then this thing?
これも伊豆下田 is like 伊豆下田竜王丸 it's like a name of name of the boat.
I'm seeing like this one's all in English. Yeah.
Suzaki Port.
Suzaki Port. I wonder where that is.
I have no idea.
Fisherman's Paradise, apparently.
Wait.
Dreams come true. Banjio Takamiya Maru. Why is it all in English, that sticker? That's interesting. 350 kilos is the max limit according to the registration on this thing.
Yeah.
This thing's cool. It's got a vibe. I'm gonna peel these stickers off, but I kind of don't want to.
Yeah, I want to keep it.
It's got character. I think it's sick that it was like a fisherman's K-truck.
I guess that explains all the hooks in here, and they have to like hook the baskets and stuff, right?
He definitely screwed these rubber ends on. And then up here too.
It doesn't smell though.
No, it doesn't smell like fish.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. The bed's in pretty good shape, all things considered too. Dude, 28 years old, this thing.
Do you want to go fishing with this car?
Kinda not a bad idea. Just back this thing up to one of the ponds near Fuji and just throw a line in, set up a chair, a little cooler.
Oh, you're talking about the pond fishing place you went?
Yeah. Oh, you mean, yeah, anyways. But nonetheless, it was a fisherman's truck, and I think that's kind of cool. This definitely, the stickers behind here, I wonder if we should try and source these stickers. That might be cool. But that looks crooked to me. Anyways.
Let's try go hunting. Not hunting. Should go to this website.
What
if it leads to like Sea Shepherd?
Seahunter.jp. I hope that doesn't go anywhere with it.
A few moments later.
What the hell are you wearing?
I wanted to just match the vibe of the car. It was a fisherman's car, right?
Does it vibrate?
No, because it's not an Evo. Well, you guys have been waiting long enough. It's time to open up these wheels and show you what we got. But first of all, we need something from our fish friend here, Mr. Magoro. His cutting knife. Let's get this thing open. Woo-wee. What do you think we got?
I picked them out.
Did you?
Yep.
You picked them?
Yep. I'm honestly, if they had a bigger size of this, I would love it on the Cresto. I think I'm more of this type of.
So what would you call these, like drifters or like VIP or like race spec?
It's somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between?
Yeah.
I don't even think I've seen these then. If you pick them.
Yeah.
They're chrome. Mm-hmm. This is perfect!
You like it?
Yo, that's kind of cool. Are they two-piece? One-piece? They might be one-piece. I don't think they're or they could be two-piece actually. No, I think they're one-piece. They think they just look like, you know, they did the thing where it looks like they're like two-piece or one-piece. That's sick. Some little Voltex. That's gonna look awesome.
Oh my god, it's already looking.
And then just imagine Crazy Arrow.
Yeah.
With like a 50 mil spacer.
Yep.
Bring them out.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to get these bad boys mounted.
Pika pika.
Ooh, underglow. And then we just need someone with like, you know, the full crazy long jacket and like the hair that comes over the front, like Yankee style. And like holding a big stick. Hurrah!
Like the coming of age day in Okinawa.
Yeah. This is gonna look great. All right, let's get these bad boys mounted up. What are the specs on this? This looks like plus 45, so we're definitely gonna need like a 50 mil spacer. We'll figure it out though, we may not need that much. They are 14 inch by 5J.
Cute. That's
kind of cute. And then we got some Bridgestone tires to go with them. Ah! Why is it so hard to open tires? Nice, look at these little skinny boys. They'll be good with a little stretch. I don't know if 5J is gonna be a stretch or not.
Right on.
We'll get these bad boys on.
Do you like my tape?
I do, these are nice.
It always reminds me of I think I said it last time, but the Independence logo, you know? Back in the days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like when Echo was like a big thing, and Independent, the old skate brand or whatever. Yeah. It does kind of look like that.
Yeah, you know, so.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Dude, these are great.
Yeah.
These are freaking awesome. Yeah, these are great.
And we'll put them out aside on like the front and the rear so that everyone can see it.
Does it look good?
Yeah, look, come here.
Don't roll away. That's gonna look awesome.
People are not ready for the arrow.
It looks
People
kind of.
are not ready for
the arrow is definitely required for sure. Like a K truck with these kind of wheels on it without arrow, it kind of looks a little funny. I ain't gonna lie. But like when you see the arrow that's coming for this thing, hopefully it arrives tomorrow. It's gonna blow your mind. Before we mount these things up, we are giving them a good polish. Got all our little foam drill bits out, these little guys, and getting them looking good with just some, you know, normal 3M kind of compound polish. Help these things shine. We're having a little trouble getting the beads on, so you know how it goes, boys. Oh boy. Just like that. Man, these wheels look spicy. It's kind of crazy just how much they stick out more than the rubber. I love it. So before right now, let's quickly zap this off and then you got to see the after. They look great. Gonna have to definitely order some spaces when the aero comes to bring them out more. And there is your after. I think that looks a million times better. Especially when the aero kit comes, it's gonna look even better. Here we go. Much better. Oh man, what a difference that makes. Yeah, it definitely needs the aero. It definitely needs the aero. Right now it looks a little out of place. But they're definitely sick wheels. I think May did a really good job picking these wheels. What do you guys reckon? Definitely changes the overall vibe of this car. I think it does definitely need the aero kit for it to just tie it in. It's also pretty high off the ground because now we've gone to a 14-inch wheel, and I think the sidewall on these is 65. The old ones were a 12-inch wheel, but the sidewall on this, I don't think it's actually written on here because these are they're just an LT tire. Just says 145 R12 being that. Maybe the sidewall looks to be about 60, 70 mil. We'll just measure it. But the truck's definitely a little higher now, that's for sure. This isn't gonna be a true measure, but yeah, this looks like to be around 70. So, yeah, it's definitely a little higher off the ground. I am going to be doing some research on the best way to go about lowering these. Because there's leaf springs in the rear, I'm not entirely sure, but potentially I think you relocate the rear shackle and that'll bring the rear down, and in the front you can buy lowering springs. But for now, we'll have to wait till the aero kit comes tomorrow to really start piecing this thing together. Also spacers. We definitely gonna want some spacers because the aero kit makes this thing look wide, and we definitely wanna make sure the wheels and the tire kinda, meets up with everything. But for now, I'm pretty stoked. I think these look awesome. I think it definitely matches the vibe that we're going for, and I'm stoked.
Yo! We need another shot, bling bling.
No.
Why? It looks so good!
Does it?
Yeah!
I mean, you picked them, so you better like it.
I mean, it's chrome.
It looks good.
It looks good.
I think we can all agree, though, you included, that the car definitely needs aero.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it doesn't do it justice. Right now, it kind of looks a little funny, I think.
It looks, I mean, hey, we were putting character in the car.
I agree. I just want your reaction because you went home before I fitted them, so.
No, yeah, it looks nice.
It looks good, right?
Imagine, we just cut the springs.
Oh my gosh. The real bogan coming out of my wife right now. Cutting springs. I ain't never done that.
I'm starting to think we might need to change these too.
What? I think we can paint plastic.
Have you seen the arrow I got?
No, we haven't showed them.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Then
Yeah.
you guys are not ready for it.
Yeah.
It's probably the most like.
How long have we been like talking to the guys that make it for like the last couple of weeks, trying to like get the aero in time?
Yeah.
It's seriously, yeah, we're really excited. Oh, what's this say on the front? Is this another fishing sticker?
ここに来たなら酔うまで解散。Okay. If you came here, we won't send you home without getting drunk. 平塚軍艦コン
It's got to be some kind of fishing place. A little fishing service. Is that their phone number?
Yeah, someone search that phone number. Don't call them.
So for a good time, guys. No.
Hiratsuka says.
I have no idea what that says.
I have no idea.
But anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying the build. I'm definitely excited. In the next video, aero, and then all the maintenance stuff too. So this thing is going to get completely transformed very, very quickly. Then paint and body. We've got everything lined up so that when this has got all the aero on it, we go straight to Bala's place, use the paint booth. We're gonna sand. I don't know, maybe I'll get a chance at my first time getting to shoot some paint, which I'm pretty excited about.
Shoot some paint.
Yeah, because you use like a little spray gun, so you're shooting paint. I think that's the term. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro painter. Yeah, I mean, shoot sounds cooler though. It's more hip. It's like, you know.
You make it sound like you're playing paintball.
No. You got to get with the lingo, all the young people. You know, like I really think this car's got some riz and got a big yacht. You know. That felt bad saying that. That didn't feel right.
Well, I'm starting to think, like, you know, we've been working on like these kind of cars, right? And like how big.
Oh,
the
update
bay
coming on
is,
this soon.
Right? Like I understand. Like,
This whole bay is like the whole bed of that truck.
Location is better and stuff, but I'm kind of digging this type.
You like the bed?
Yeah.
Or just like being able to squat in here and work on the engine? Or are you trying to open that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's you just gotta, don't want you to break it now. It is kind of different. I prefer that for sure, because that's what I know. But this is also like, you gotta do some trickery to be able to work on this stuff. That aside, guys, I saw a bunch of you guys commenting, be like, why the hell are you starting a new project when this car is still not finished and that car is still not finished? Some of the most OG builds on the channel. And the reason for that is the transmission for this has been getting built by the shop about 4 or 5 hours away at Nagol Tech for quite a while now. We're waiting for that to arrive because I can't work on any of the fabrication stuff until the transmission is bolted on, and it's a special RB25 transmission with straight cut gears. So until we get that mounted in the car, then the engine will be in the correct position for then me to make all the piping to suit. So that's why this has been down waiting. And then once that's done, then the car just goes to Yashio and the paint and the body and the aero gets installed. So that's all this car needs. Now, bear in mind, I did sideline this for a while, I know, but that was because I was working on everything else and kind of, you know, the FD car took priority for a little bit. And then with the abandoned S15, I really want to get Spoon involved in it again, and we're also waiting to find some spare parts from other shells and stuff to replace this section here. I might actually end up having to just order a whole new piece, like roof piece, and cut that up. And then also the rust in the trunk jams here. That's something we need to try and find from another shell. I've got a couple leads, but just waiting for everyone to get back to me and all that type of stuff is kind of the issue. Otherwise, once that's done, then we're good. So hopefully we can work everything out, and once this gets done, and we're hoping the transmission will be here in like a week or so, then that's finished. There'll be video on us finishing and tidying that up, doing fab work and getting that running and then sending that off. Then it's back onto that. I can get Spoon back over. We can do some snowboarding stuff with Spoon and have a bunch of fun and let him tour around Japan a bit. Finish that car, get the aero mounted onto it, send that off to paint and body when this one comes back, so everything's moving fast paced. Also, I'm a little irritated that some of you guys think we haven't done any project cars, because we did that last year, the OG hero car. I mean, I'm kind of just arguing with you guys at this point. And you know, we've rebuilt the Chaser in a freaking night, like a whole engine out of nothing. And we rebuilt Daiki's car last year from pretty much yucky soba mess. All right, you irritated me a little bit. All right, anyways. Oh, okay, you know what? The criticism is definitely very fair when it comes to the abandoned 32 outside. But that's because the Bogan 32 kind of replaced that. because it was just too good. That I bought the Bogan 32 as a laugh and a joke as a parts car for the abandoned 32 Skyline.
Yeah.
But then it turned out to be so good.
I think though this is easy.
This is the priority now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be completely honest, like the Supra takes priority because this needs to be on a boat in like a couple weeks to Australia so that my dad can experience it from the passenger seat. So y'all need to shut up. All jokes aside, I love you guys and I do appreciate your criticism, and it is definitely something this year that I want to improve on, is that when we do start a project, we kind of are able to have everything ready for it and we're well planned to then have it done in a series that's not dragging out over a couple years. Obviously when we kind of started growing rapidly and all that type of stuff, and we got the abandoned S15 and then even the Evo, right? I was biting off way more than I could chew back then. And now we've kind of got a really good team. We're starting to be able to have all the connections and everything together to actually be able to do that. What Adam does, or what TJ does, and those guys, they've been in this for like 10 years on top of me. So I'm kind of now just learning from all my mistakes, and you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, enough of that kind of random rant stuff. May, are you excited for this thing?
Yeah, I just realized what all these parts are.
What do you mean? Like the alternator?
Yeah, like I can see this in this version.
Yeah, it's just really tiny. See that engine? It's like the size of my hand.
Yeah.
This engine is the size of like 4 hands.
Is this?
That's an intake manifold.
Right?
Yeah. That's the distributor, so that's where the sparks come from. That's the alternator. That's the AC compressor. Yeah, throttle body's in there. I'm not sure why it's encased in plastic.
これは?
That is some kind of that could be idle control. I'm not sure. Or a regulator for fuel. I'm not sure. I don't see like 3 injectors. So it could actually be that inside here, it's like maybe it's a carburetor. Who knows? Anyways.
This looks like someone made decisions for like the bigger items, and then someone got told you work it out, and then made all these parts here.
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff going on in there for sure. But hey, this is essentially a Porsche, the way they have this set up. Rear engine, and the way the drivetrain's all set up all-wheel drive-wise is exactly how they do it with Porsche.
True.
Yeah. So we're building a Porsche Kaido Racer K-Truck. Thanks for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.